Hi everybody, this is Dot here. This is my video in regards to pain management education related to the simulation that we watched. One of the responsibilities of the Catholic Healthcare Ministry is to exercise responsible stewardship of available healthcare resources to all. This ensures that the right of each person to basic healthcare is respected. This includes the right to education. When I was watching this simulation, I did notice that the nurse really didn't say anything about the patient's pain. There seemed to be a lot of judgment and bias about whether the patient was med-seeking or not. I don't like the word med-seeking. I think that people do struggle with opiate addiction and abuse, but that doesn't mean that they don't have pain and they don't have a right to alternatives to opiates. Inadequate pain management. Now, anybody that's given birth will know that it's very, very painful for everybody, and that's including people that may have opiate addiction or abuse. So that should be taken into consideration. And when that patient was talking about how her pain was going to be managed, and even if she was going to get pain medications, I think that was a great opportunity to teach about alternatives to opiates with pain management. The first thing I'd probably talk about is the benefits of alternating Tylenol and Motrin. It's actually quite effective. Tylenol every 4 hours and Motrin every 6 hours. It could be very, very helpful and an alternative to opiates. The next thing I would talk about is ice packs. Placing them on the perineal area can be really effective with managing postpartum pain, and to change them out frequently. I would also go ahead, since that patient did seem to be struggling economically, to go ahead and put some of those in her bag for discharge. I think that would be really beneficial, a good amount of them, because they can be really, really helpful with that postpartum pain. The next thing I would recommend and also provide for her is sitz baths, especially with lukewarm water. Not only can it help with pain, it can also clean the area and minimize the risk of infection for the future, which is also really important. And I'd also provide that with her too. I mean, she probably doesn't have access to that. And the next thing I would talk to her about is wearing nice loose clothing. So any kind of tight or restrictive clothing could further increase her pain. And so she wants to be comfortable. So I think that's something else to talk about with her. The next thing I would talk about is making sure that she allows herself to get some rest. If she's unable to get rest, that could really increase her pain. If she's, overexerting herself, doing too much physically, can really increase the pain, especially in the perineal area. So I think teaching about rest would be really, really important. And I know that she might not be in a situation where she can rest, but I think it's, something worth teaching about. Lastly, I would talk to her about, having a bowel movement could be very painful. It's definitely something that people don't really think about all the time after giving birth, but it can be very painful. And straining due to constipation can really increase the pain in your perineal area. I would not only recommend Miralax, but I'd also see if I could get her, a prescription for it, or, see if she could somehow get access to it, because I think it's really important. So taking Miralax, drinking lots and lots of fluids, is very important to avoid constipation, because that can really cause a lot more pain and incredible discomfort, that first bowel movement after you give birth. So this whole scenario, I think that education is incredibly valuable, and it was really unfortunate to watch that get glazed over and there to be judgment just because that, the perception is that she's med-seeking, when she might not actually be med-seeking. She might actually just be in pain, and it's important to take that into consideration. So thanks everybody for watching.